Happy birthday, Aries, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Okay? So, what I like to do is to give you a reading that will be valid from now until the end of May. And in this reading, I like to focus solely on the one who broke your heart, Aries, and to see if there is anything that possibly you can do to improve the situation or just to simply see where you are with regards to this situation. Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, that this reading, as with any other reading, simply may not resonate with each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the valuable information that you're seeking in order to ascertain your best path forward. Okay? So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I've decided to use my um, zombie tarot deck because I would assure you that many of you are perhaps in a zombie type mode here. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, if this reading resonates with you guys, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button so that you receive all future readings. Okay, and following this reading, I'm going to be posting a financial reading for you guys too as well. So be sure that you press that subscription button so that you receive that reading. Okay. So let's go on and just shuffle up here. And what I'm going to do here, I'm only going to pull a few cards, okay? I'm going to share with you what I'm seeing as your overarching theme in the situation. And then I'm going to discuss your present condition or how you're feeling at this point. And I'm going to share with you the challenge in your situation or the shadow, if you will, in your situation, okay? So, Spirit, give me messages to share with Aries in regards to this their situation. And keep in mind, Aries, once again, this reading is valid until the end of May. So you have some time to work with it, okay? So let's see here. Spirit, give me some messages here to share with Aries that would certainly address the issue or the connection that they once had with an individual who eventually broke their heart, okay? Let's get some messages here. Okay, let's start off first, ladies and gentlemen, just by examining the overarching theme. And wow, you guys have the Nine of Cups, which is a good card. Okay, so let's go on and just talk about this card first, since it's your overarching theme. With the Nine of Cups, ladies and gentlemen, Jupiter is indeed in Pisces. Okay, so this card seems to suggest that your wish to improve things will, in fact, be granted. Okay, and for some of you, you might even decide to marry or to possibly amicably reconcile your differences. However, I kind of get a strong sense, particularly when I see this card, that it can come with a bit of a warning, you know? So be careful of your wish because certainly you just might get it, which could be more of, unfortunately, what you don't want. And your situation, ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand that this wish or this good thing, if you will, might just result in indolence. Okay? Even your satisfaction might be of a temporary nature. So I'm just not really trying to play devil advocate because this is really a good card here, but you have to understand that there is a warning inherent in this card. So in any event, an auspicious change is imminent, and I certainly see a celebration of all sort coming towards you, entertaining and something adventurous, perhaps because it is during your birthday period. But try to be careful, Aries, not to indulge in much pleasantries, if you will, and don't smug a person here if you were to kind of reconnect here. Okay? Because the Nine of Cups is all about a spirit of generosity. It tells you that that surrounds you. And it even shows that a relationship will satisfy your caprices here. Okay? I'm also getting a strong indication that someone really wants to declare his or her truth. And this ex really want to win you back here. I'm kind of getting a strong indication of that here. Okay? So let's go on and pull a few cards to represent your situation, your challenge, and with the probable outcome, I'm going to go on and select additional cards for that here. Okay? So let's go on and do that now. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups to represent your situation. We have as your shadow here, we have the Sun. Okay. And as a probable outcome, we have the Hierophant. Okay. I'm going to select another card here. And we also have the Star here. So let's see what we have, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to make a few general observations here. We're just looking at these four cards first, and then we're just going to dive on deeply into your reading here. Okay. So, Spirit, show me the truth of these cards here, the true meaning. Okay. What I'm seeing certainly here is that you definitely, all of the signs are present here. Okay. I'm seeing the likelihood, ladies and gentlemen, of a new relationship forming. It could be that some of you might even decide to reconnect with this ex, but I'm also seeing a connection with someone new or someone new who may have entered your life or who will enter your life during this time period in question. And keep in mind, Aries, this reading is valid until the end of May. Okay? I'm kind of getting a strong uh, very strong impression that you guys are kind of tired of this ex and you want to embrace new experiences. I feel the person with whom you connect is going to be almost like a soulmate type, deja vu type experience. I feel that you have this with your ex too. Recognize, ladies and gentlemen, that don't be mistaken and think just because your someone is your soulmate that you have to be with them. Usually, soulmate relationship tend to be the worst relationships out there. And when I say worse, it seems, I don't mean it in a bad way because you learn a lot from those type of connections, but it's not as rosy as you think. You're meant to learn a lesson and to simply move on. So, you will have to make a decision between two that I'm getting here. A very crucial decision which you might be hesitant to make. Okay? And just to share something a bit added here that I'm seeing in your cards here is that I see that it looks like some of you are perhaps doing astrology readings or you're gaining insights from them, I'm getting. Or someone might be getting a gemologist or perhaps doing something with gemstones. Okay? Now let's go on and engage into your reading here. And we're going to start off with discussing or providing more specifics into your situation here. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this reading is valid until the end of May. All right. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you like it and share it with others to whom you think might benefit. Okay. So let's look at this Eight of Cups here. All right. You see this woman is just walking away, huh? So with this Eight of Cups, I'm kind of getting an indication that it looks like many of you feel like you've invested, ladies and gentlemen, tremendous effort in this situation and really don't want to expend any more of your effort or your times here or your time here. And with the Eight of Cups, it's connected with Saturn is in Pisces here. You're feeling, ladies and gentlemen, that something certainly is missing, something vital is missing. Okay, your emotion seem to have already left. Your emotions indeed will, with this card, ladies and gentlemen, it certainly is going to find their ultimate expression. Okay, hot intimacy also is a strong possibility too, as well. And it could be with someone else here. Okay, I feel that many of you really want to end this chapter, or you want to walk away, or simply say, Arrivederci, baby. Okay, you've had a change of heart, or you have looked inward, and you really, really want something, ladies and gentlemen, better. You know that there's something out there better than what you've experienced. Okay, some of you even might, some of you might even want to relocate, or to get some distance from an ex, perhaps. So the key is that you try not to overextend yourself with this person, should you decide to reconnect, because of course I can't tell you in which direction to go. And you'd be prudent to have a more realistic approach. Okay, ask yourself how you might have contributed to the situation here. Be very realistic, and whether the distance the two of you may have already shared has given you sufficient time to think, Aries. Okay? Alternatively, I'm getting here that some of you might even feel it's simply not worth the energy to bridge the divide. Okay? With this card, it brings about, ladies and gentlemen, a sense of inevitability that many of you probably already knew that this would happen. You know? So if you really want to save this situation with your ex here, let go temporarily here. Okay? Because I certainly see that you are definitely fixed on embracing newness, but this ex, it seems this ex has issues, I'm getting, that need to be resolved before coming back, or before you accept him or her back in good conscience. Okay? And you're gonna have to kind of get away from you being delusional about this situation here. And I feel that, you feel sad, restless, but feel again that there's more out there. And many of you are certainly very bored with your situation, or it has become a bit obsolete. And a lot of you are feeling as if you are just simply whipping a dead horse and getting nowhere. Okay? Or that the things that you want in your future perhaps are light years ahead, particularly when it comes to this person here. Okay? So let's see what your challenge or the shadow might be in your situation. Okay? We have the star. All right? So with the star, ladies and gentlemen, the star, okay? The star here is connected with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and of course, just you can just take a step back. The Eight of Cups is connected with water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So I'm getting that here. It seems that many of you might find it arduous to reconcile your differences due to things that may have occurred in the past. Okay? These are things that are challenging you. Keep that in mind, or that will challenge you, as you make this crucial decision whether to return or to let it go. Okay? You might also be challenged to ignore your intuitive faculties and simply not trust yourself. Your arrogance or negativity might also impede success. Understand that success is certainly within reach. However, some of you might have a problem with narcissism, or your situation perhaps might be a bit competitive. It looks like you two are always fighting against one another. And if it is that one of you are one sided, if this is you, Aries, which you do have a natural tendency towards narcissism at times. That's one of your negative tendencies. Consider controlling this aspect of your personality here and recognize it when those type of traits come up. Okay? Understand that a delay or an obstacle still will exist in your situation. You might also have a hard time doing new things, or perhaps, Aries, keeping secrets that will eventually hurt your situation here if you keep your tongue closed lip here. And some of you might also feel a bit burnt out that I'm getting. Okay? I'm certainly really feeling though that that your situation here, it can work out if you will want to. I feel that just some of you might be just simply going through a midlife type situation or a midlife crisis. Okay, that I'm kind of getting here. Okay, and I'm seeing that there may be some delays when it comes to travel plans too, as well, because some of you may live at a distance from one another. Okay, let's see what else Spirit wants me to tell you. Let's go on and just look at your last two cards here. We have the Hierophant and we have the Star. And now this is your probable outcome. Okay. So with the Hierophant, ladies and gentlemen, that represents an Earth sign. Okay. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And then we have that star that sits next to it, and that represents an air sign. Okay. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. All right. So as a probable outcome, I'm seeing there's a possibility of an official ceremony. A platonic relationship, it can go either way, or you may decide to be celibate and not return to this ex. Or some of you might even go to counseling, perhaps to improve your situation. I'm getting with this ex. Or just simply an arbitrator or either a third party might intervene to kind of help you bridge the gap. And with having the card star here ending, that shows hope. It shows success here. It shows renewal. So it's like it depends on you. It depends, okay? To answer that question, I mean, your situation can be improved. You have to understand the challenges that you will have to work with should you decide to do so, okay? Now, what I like to do here, because I'm sure that many of you have had several exes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to give you some indication of the ex around whom you might want to be a bit more vigilant. Perhaps this might not be the ex that you need to reconnect, okay? Or have some involvement. So let's see, I'm going to go on and just select 20 letters. And Spirit, I ask that you guide my hands to 20 letters to help Aries identify the person returning. And of course, it may be several exes returning, but this one in particular is one that you really can't trust here. So you would be wise not to return to this ex. Okay, so let's see. And of course, if your name appears here, Aries, it would suggest that you are your own worst enemy. You're working against yourself. All right. So 20 letters, Spirit. Let's see what we have. All right. Okay. And it could be a nickname or just a name that you could identify this person. Okay. Let's go on and just see what we have here. We have a T, an M. Okay. We have a blank letter, all right? A blank tablet, which means that at the end, you can insert whatever letter that you would want in this blank letter. This is more of a magic letter if it will complete a whole name for you or spell out a name that you could recognize, okay? We have an A, an I, okay? We have an S, an X. We have a U, a D, a K, an A, an I. We have an R, another I, an S. Let's count these just to make sure I haven't gone over the number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So, Spirit, we need 5 more letters, okay? Give me 5 more letters, Spirit. 5 more letters. Okay. And Aries, if this reading is resonating, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button. We have an O. We have a W. We have an N. We have an M. And last but not least, we have an O. All right. So I'm going to call these back to make sure that each and every one of you has these. Okay. There are 2 O's. There are 2 M's, 2 S's, and of course we have the blank tablet. Okay. Which you can insert whatever letter that you would like if it would complete a name for you. We have 3 I's, a U, a D, an X, a T, 2 A's, we have a K, an R, an N, and last but not least, we have a W. All right? So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, what I like to do now is just give you some indication of or additional guidance on how you might transform your life by just simply letting go. Okay? Because sometimes you can get results by just distancing yourself from a situation. And of course, you see that your reading has kind of told you to do that in some way. So, Spirit, give me 5 more messages to share with Aries. And Aries, I certainly hope that you are enjoying your birthday period or you have something planned that's very enjoyable so that can get you out of the doldrums here. Okay? Spirit, give me 5 more messages to share with Aries in regards to a few things that it might want to consider, particularly during this time period in question, that can be transformed by simply, guess what? Surrendering. So let's see here. All right. It's time, Aries, that you surrender to inner peace. Try to cultivate inner peace on a daily basis because in quiet, meditative moments, you'll be better able to focus on the stillness that dwells within and enjoy that inner refuge. Others will certainly feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Next message. Okay. It's time, Aries, that you surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originated from the past. Then you can certainly own your own power and soar, Aries, beyond your wildest dreams. Next message. It's time that you surrender to setting limits. Understand that it's certainly healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is certainly a complete sentence. Next message. Surrender, Aries, defensiveness. Understand that defensiveness is indeed a sign of weakness. In order to communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non defensive response because, as I said, you're going to have some type of communication with this ex. So you're going to have to make some type of decision as well as you have someone new that's going to enter the picture. Okay, so decisions need to be made. And last message, Aries, with these cards. Wow. Surrender unhealthy relationships. I hope that the letters that I've pulled will help you identify with whom this unhealthy connection might um, might be um, might be with. You know, it's time that you let go of relationships that don't really serve you, including unavailable or perhaps toxic people. Understand that you certainly deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded, Aries, by positive people. So, in conclusion, today, Aries, I'd like to just leave you with, if I can find my deck here. Okay, here it is. I'd like to leave you with three final messages on how you might be a bit loving or bring a bit more love to your situation here. So let's see here. Spirit, give me three more messages to share with Aries. Okay? Messages that will certainly help them along in their journey. Keep in mind, Aries, this reading is valid until the end of May. If it resonates, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's see. All right, here, let's get the bottom card here. All right. So, Spirit certainly wants you to embrace your contradictions. With all the possibility, Aries, and perfection of the universe, each of us is bound to discover that we are overflowing with love. And at the same time, we are full of emptiness. We are a soul with a human name. We are the consciousness that can observe both its consciousness and its unconsciousness. There are bound to be some contradictions. Okay? Next message. Aries, just love and keep loving. And this is going to require some courage on your part. Spirit knows that you certainly have it in you. And last message today, you think it and you will begin to feel it. You feel it, Aries, and you will begin to believe it. You believe it and you will begin to see it. Choose your thoughts wisely. Okay? So, this is the message that I have for you, Aries. I certainly hope that it offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share, subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. And if you like a more personalized reading, you can certainly access my website to schedule your reading there, or you can send an email to the email addresses identified within the description box, preferably the Gmail at this moment. Okay. Thanks so much for viewing, and I look forward to hearing your comments and do continue to enjoy your birthday period. Thanks a lot.